There's a lot more equipment up here this year, even than last year. The gulls are trying to tell us they're not happy.
Because they already took up a part of Harbor Beach. What kind of bird was that? Oh, they fly
Yeah, just let that sound continue. I can check my phone too. Right now. You're gonna check on your phone? Alright, Alex, I'm gonna go to you. Okay. Yep. Alright, I'm off you, Alex.
You getting some? I'll play some more. I gotta put some more on.
Get out of your way.
The decision is yours. If you want to take to a different shot, it's up.
All right, we're on here. I don't know what you're hearing. So anybody on the app, if you're listening to us on the app, hello, this is MSO News Sports along with Streamography.com. I'm Rick Moore along with a cast of thousands. Bill Newell's up here, Andrew Nicastro, Alex Sanfilippo, and Austin Souza. And if you're listening on the app, please let people know that on MS. So welcome to the 90th version of Fiesta, Austin. Where's your? Hold on. Let me get a right headset here. This should be it. Hold on a second here. Yeah, there we go. And I think this is the 90th version. Is that right? And so first up, we will have we got a series of events coming up here. But as you can see from the video, a little bit of haze has come in, a little bit of fog maybe later on. The wind has picked up, but it's a beautiful day. And a wicked low tide.
Very low. Very, very low.
So it's going to be painful for the walkers. You know, it looks like they're getting ready to walk already.
I think so. Do we have to go through some races first? Or?
That's what I thought. Usually the races are first. So we got to go to our lists here. And I got to find them. I had the races out first. So let me see if I can get my sheet here. That's one of them.
You got it.
So let's see. You know, I made a copy, and we've been so busy here. Well, yeah, we got the walkers here. So the walkers are on the Greasy pole already. Austin Souza is here. Bill Newell's working on our audio. And usually it's the women's sailboat race should be taking off first. Maybe they're just out there warming up.
I think
You've been out there before, right?
I did last year. It was my first year. So
now you know the tradition of why. You know what? Let me let me get myself organized here. I want to make mention the fact that all the great people who are helping us out with this broadcast. Cape Ann Savings Bank, your community bank, serving the Cape Ann area since 1846. Local people, local banking, local commitment. Cape Ann Savings Bank, member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender. The Gloucester House Restaurant with the blue collar lobster attached out back, 63 Rogers Street, where the locals celebrate. Thank you to Lenny Linquata and to Dottie and to Dave and the whole family. Topside Grill and Pub at 50 Rogers Street, a must stop for visitors. Jalapenos Restaurant, 86 Main Street. Traditional Mexican cooking and a margarita menu. And Cape Ann Brewing Company, 11 Rogers Street, featuring locally brewed craft beer with the big screen TV. The tradition between about wearing costumes, do you know where that came from?
that's a great question. I don't know exactly where it came from, but I know from my father, who walked at least 10 to 20 years ago. It was going on then, so it's been a while, and I don't know. That's a really good question.
Well, I do.
Oh, let's hear the answer.
Like a lawyer, right? You don't ask a question you don't know the answer to. Mayor Safathia Romeo Taken, we have an interview up. She enlightened me that many, many years ago, probably back in the 20s and 30s when this thing first started, when someone was lost at sea, the family was not allowed to celebrate. You mourn. You put the black clothes on and you mourn for at least a year.
Okay.
And when Fiesta came along, it was considered to be in very poor taste to go celebrate. To walk the Greasy pole is part of a celebration, it's part of a competition, part of an athletic event. So, legend has it, kid about your age says, "Ma, I want to go walk the Greasy pole." You can't do that, you know, we're in mourning. so he dressed up as a girl.
Oh.
And that started, and people followed suit, and that's, according to the mayor, that's how the tradition got started.
That
People
makes
started,
sense.
Of course, now you wear all kinds of crazy,
Yeah.
outlandish outfits. But originally it was you dressed as a girl because girls can't walk the greasy pole.
Okay.
And so a member of the family wouldn't be identified as doing that.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's great.
What a wind is howling up here, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, because of our late start, so we're connected now.
All good.
Okay, and you won't have headphones, but you do have a mic if you want to join in. We don't know the same boat races because we were so busy trying to get ourselves established here, so we don't know who's racing tonight.
I do know it's all I know is the females.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with the senior girls race today.
So we can listen to that. I don't know who's announcing either. Who's down there below us?
We got last year's champ.
Here we go.
Backlash in the Nina, going for the blue flag.
Do a commercial. Lead in the commercial.
Jack
Okay.
Alexander,
He knows.
Gary,
Go. Just,
Now?
Silio.
Rick, we're going to step aside.
Okay.
We got all this action coming up. We got a quick commercial message, and then we'll be right back with more from the Fiesta in Gloucester.
Angel.
When you live in an area so rooted in history, it comes with the territory. But while change is everywhere, there is one thing you can always count on. You can rest assured that Cape Ann Savings Bank will be here to serve the area it's proud to call home. Cape Ann Savings Bank. We've stood the test of time.
Okay, we're back. So what we're going to do for this first day of the races, we're going to rely on our PA announcer downstairs to tell us who wins. But we'll be watching the excitement. And first day of the events, at low tide it doesn't look like there's a lot of people here, but there are, and there will be a lot more as the weekend progresses.
That's true.
Have you rowed before?
I've never rowed, no. Got some buddies that rowed, but
Oh yeah. Well, everybody else does. I mean,
that's
you know.
true.
And the rowers, Alexander Alcazarenti.
Rick, we have a couple of shout-outs here we'd like to pass along as we go through that have connected to us through the app, through the Fiesta app, which is David Tucker from Mom's Kitchen, shouting out, saying hi. Dave, thanks for
I know David. I work with David.
29 Commercial Street, and probably you see they have a great restaurant, great place to go during the Fiesta, but it's Dave Tucker down at Mom's Kitchen.
All right, so keep those cards and letters coming in. Andrew Nicastro is running things. We've got a two-camera shoot today with Alex Sanfilippo, and we've got all kinds of stuff up here. So Bill is sort of our director along with Andrew. Austin is calling it with me, and we're just going to let you watch it because I did see the big screen in there with the HD, and man, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
This picture is amazing. So if you're watching on a phone and you can get to a big screen TV at any of the restaurants I just mentioned, you ought to do that. Gloucester House, Topside Grill, Jalapenos, Cape Ann Brewery, and Sylvan Street Grill, all with big screen TVs. Now we got a wind coming in. I think it's probably more westerly than it is south, but it's probably west-southwest. And
kind of in your face when you're out there.
Yep.
I'm going to make a bold prediction today on the Greasy Pole. I think with this low tide, we're going to see 3 rounds. And I know it's Friday, but I think that comes into play a little bit with that big of a drop. You got to worry about, you can't be as reckless out there.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we might see it go a little bit longer than normal.
How much does it take out of you if you have to climb up that ladder after falling so far and you got to do that? I mean,
I don't think the falling is the worst unless you land on your side or your back or your stomach.
But you got to swim.
It is. It's
got to swim back and then climb up.
It's surprisingly harder of a climb than you would think it is, especially today.
Well, it's totally vertical, and it's probably at least, what, maybe 15, 20 feet?
It seems at least 20 feet out there today.
This is one of the most unusually low tides that you'll ever see. First of all, it's a new moon tonight.
Yep.
The moon is very close to the Earth, and so you've got tremendous tides. And right now, it's I think the tide has just shifted, maybe coming in a tad, but it's pretty much at its lowest point.
Yep, and that means tomorrow it's going to be at exact low.
Yep.
So I get to look forward to that, and then Sunday will probably be the same as we're seeing today. So.
All right, what we're doing now is waiting for the seine boats to line up. And as Andrew pointed out to me last year, it's weird how they start. One boat will get ready, and the coxswain will put his or her both hands up in the air like scoring a touchdown. And then when all three boats do that, when the third boat does that, they take off. And there's someone on the beach who generally starts it. Now we've got a couple of boats running into each other. So it's going to be a while before this thing gets started. Great day for Fiesta. If you're headed this way, come on down to the beach. I think the carnival opens up around, what, 6 o'clock, something like that?
I think it's already open.
Is it?
It's ready to go.
Okay.
Saw some rides going on my walk over.
And the causeway is filled up. Usually you'll see people filling in the causeway and watching. But it's early yet. People still getting out of work right now.
Yeah, we're not even at 5 o'clock yet, so.
I want to thank the Gloucester House for helping us out. St. Peter's Fiesta, of course, is a decades-old tradition celebrating the patron saint of fishermen. Another long-standing tradition is dining at the Gloucester House on the waterfront. And a new tradition has begun at Blue Collar Lobster, now open at the Gloucester House. Live lobsters, cooked lobsters, chowder, lobster rolls, salad, and more, while you sit directly on the working waterfront of Gloucester. Celebrate the St. Peter's Fiesta and enjoy traditional dining at the Gloucester House. Or eat in the rough at Blue Collar Lobster, all on the waterfront in Gloucester. Hey, looks like we're lining up, getting ready to go here.
Yeah, let's hope it's a quick one.
I know.
My sister-in-law was on the championship team last year, so they're...
Who's that? Who's your sister?
Alyssa Souza.
Okay.
She's looking to repeat. I think they're... I'm trying to think of the name. I can't even remember it off the top of my head. But.
Well, we apologize. We didn't get the material because of our technical problems.
Still lining up right now. Looks like we have 2 boats lined up, but that middle boat is still waiting to get up there.
Now let's see. Anybody raising hands here? Let's watch for the coxswains. There are 2 people standing in the stern. One is the scuttler who steers the boat, and the other is the coxswain who sets the pace.
See, it looks like that left boat is now way ahead.
Drifting ahead, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get a reset here.
Yeah, and that'll take a while because then they have to roll around.
Yep,
they're going to back up. All right. Now the men won't back up. The men will go out and swim around. And they'll do curly cues.
It's almost as if it's a mind game, you know.
It's a psych factor. Yeah, most definitely.
We want to be the last. There's always one boat we're going to put our hands up last, no matter what.
Well, you try to get a rolling start, I think, don't you?
Yep, I would think so.
Yeah.
Help out.
We'd like to thank Mama Rose's Ravioli for sponsoring the Greasy Call. The Landata Legal Group.
Where does the grease come from? Folks, a lot of people ask, where does the grease come from?
I'm pretty sure they moved to Crisco to make it more safe for environmental reasons.
Very biodegradable. It used to be like axle grease at one time, and that stuff would wash up on the beach. It would take a year for it to clear out. This stuff washes
I
away
think they
within a week or
moved
two.
to Crisco and more biodegradable, safe stuff.
About Pam. They'll go to Pam.
Maybe they might spray it down before and then put the Crisco out there.
I think we're almost ready here, huh?
We'll try it again.
Special thanks to our hosts up here tonight, Craig and Janet Holmes, who have been gracious enough to let us broadcast from this beautiful press box here.
And let us use all their
why do people have press boxes in their homes, Rick?
This is amazing. It really is. All right, we're off. Yeah. All right, so we're going to probably listen in as we can to the PA.
Yeah, they'll give us the information from the boat. The committee boat's on the right. Definitely big wave to get through on that first.
This is the women's. Now this is the eliminations, right?
I think this is the championship.
This is the championship.
Yes, right here.
Championship Friday for the women. All right. Now, occasionally the committee boat will radio back downstairs to the PA.
Yeah.
They'll tell us.
Looks like it's a real close race. A picture like hit by a nose. That's about it.
It looks from here the right boat is ahead, but I don't know if that's the Pinta or not.
Now, is their course I don't know if Andrew can hear me, but is their course the same length as the men's? Same length, so it's a mile, half mile out, half mile back?
Same race length.
Okay. Now the idea of Fiesta, which traditionally has been a celebration of the patron saint of fishermen, due to the fact the fishing industry has dwindled so much in the last years, it's still that. It's still a celebration of St. Peter. But the sporting events have grown, and you're aware of that as a young guy. And there's something on the order of 200 or 300 athletes who participate every summer now in this thing.
Yes, there's a lot of walkers, there's a lot of rowers. They do the juniors on the girls and boys. Even the Fiesta 5K, which went off yesterday, you're getting more and more runners every single year. So.
And then Sandro is making a little push now. They're only 2 seats behind.
I know back when I ran that one, it was not as big as it is now. It's just more and more people are filling it up.
It's amazing. So you still have the tradition of the devotion to St. Peter, the patron saint of fishermen, and then you also have the carnival. You have the Sunday food that the Italian families have all over the city, and you have these athletic events. And again, they have really grown in numbers of the participants.
All 3 boats are dead even.
Dead even here.
So if anybody's listening on radio, it's a gorgeous day, but it's windy, a little choppy. It's not too bad out there, but there is some chop. And sort of overcast skies right now with some clearing down to the south. But it's really hazy over the harbor right now.
So the turn is the big key here, guys, right?
The turn is huge.
And they're about to, well, they're still a ways away from that, but...
that's when you can see. You got to have good technique there going around the turn.
And it's important to stay in your lane. And you notice the same boat off to your left as you look at this. Wednesday night drifted way to the left, and that might be because of the wind. It looks like they're drifting a little out of their lane.
They do look very far off here.
And the wind is coming at us right now. When you say that's pretty much so, they're going to have the wind at their backs coming back. But again, it could be a slight right-left too here. Yeah, you can see it over.
It does.
It's pretty much a straight-on wind. There's a flag.
The 2 on the right look close together, and then that left boat is almost double.
Have to get our videographers
they're probably struggling to get out there now. This wind right now. They're running out of gas right now, I bet.
But it seems like they're all close from what we're getting from the announcers downstairs.
And to correct Bill, they don't run. You should see these athletes.
Oh no!
When they get back here, they are spent. They are just chugging. It's like sprinting. I don't know, a mile, I guess. Sprint. It's unbelievable. My brother-in-law Joe Cominelli rows, and he collapses when he gets back here. It's unbelievable.
I can't even imagine.
They row so hard, and they train. I don't want to say it's all well. Some of the athletes train all year, but the rowing only begins, what, maybe a month ago? In April, perhaps?
It's kind of a month, and then your team only really gets together for a week.
Week or so?
1 week of, and so how much can you really do in a week?
All right, now it's all in the turn. Whoever comes out of that turn first and straightens it out.
Well, they're approaching the flags. But again, the boat off to the left looks a little out of the out of her lane.
It looks like they're turning towards the flag that they got to turn around now.
Okay, looks like the Pinta.
See that?
Probably like almost a minute to go, and you'll start to see them turn.
Well, you can see the left boat turning, but they're way away from the flag.
Yeah, they're trying to get back towards the flag.
They're turning to go toward the flag, where the other 2 boats in the center and off to the right. The one on the right looks closest to its buoy.
I'm going to say that the middle looks like it. We don't have a very good angle of it, but the middle looks like it's going straight for it. The right looks like it's kind of going around. It might hurt it there to get to that flag and then turn.
Now you can see the one on the left looks like it's coming back kind of strong.
There we go. They're starting to turn now. The middle. Oh. The left one.
How about that?
Cutting it short.
How about that? I thought they were way out of their lane.
They're in the lead, I think, right now.
Pretty cool.
Yep, left is in the lead. They're the first ones to straighten out.
Looks like Audacious pulled out first. And right behind that is Road.
Audacious, they defending champs?
I'm not sure.
Got some more shout outs here, guys. Sandy LaGrande shouting out, proud Gloucester, proud Sicilian, Gloucester native, lifetime attendee and supporter. Communicated through the Fiesta app here, so happy for everybody. Wanted to say hi to everybody there. Let's try to do one more here, sneak in one more here. We've got Pete Flanagan from Brunswick, Ohio.
Whoa, wow.
Born and raised in Gloucester. Pete, welcome. And class of 73. He's almost as old as us, Rick. Many fun and good, fond, memorable times. A lot of fiestas. Haven't been to one since 2014. Good luck with your health. And also, what do we got here? Giorgio, Bono, Franco, Sabato, Buddy, and Torrante. So
that sounds very.
Names you guys know?
That sounds very.
Does that sound?
It just sounds perfect for Fiesta. That's it.
Well, you know the Ohio State flower is called the rhodosidium. You've seen these barrels with fluorescent around them, and it's now an invasive species. So we want to thank whoever moved to Ohio for us.
Rick and I have vowels in our names, but they're in the middle.
Yeah. You need them at the end if you're going to blend in here.
And the LaGrande family, of course, is very big supporters of all things fishing, all things Sicilian in the city. Most definitely. I want to say hi to Sandy LaGrande. I know her, and I know the family very well. Good guys and ladies.
Okay, let me do one more here while they're far away, but coming in fast here. Joe,
I think it's the left.
So the app is awesome. Joe, any relation? Oh yeah, cousin Joe.
Cousin Joe.
Always wanted to say thank you for the coverage. My dad, guardian Donnie Nicastro, my father, Fiesta. We grew up down at the fort, and the Fiesta, what a big part of my childhood, being on the floats and watching my dad carry St. Peter. Then he became guardian, and it's unbelievable.
That's Dominic's brother, Dominic Nicastro's brother.
So, Viva St. Pietro.
So right now, the middle, you can't even tell unless you hear it from them on the boat. But you're right, I think the middle looks in front.
And all the people from Rhode Island would like to thank them too.
Well, going to be coming down the stretch here very soon. The Harbor Master, Coast Guard, keeping the lanes clean, keeping the lanes unoccupied. Not a lot of recreational boaters right now, again, because it is a Friday afternoon. There will be a lot more tomorrow and on Sunday.
And right behind them is a boat in the Santa Maria.
So the middle boat's in the lead right now, looking like they're running away with it.
Yeah, they got a lead. It looks like from here at least a length.
Tom Brady was supposed to be here today. He hasn't showed up yet.
Did you see Tom Brady sumo wrestling the other day? Did you see that?
I saw a picture.
Yeah, I really just saw a bit of that. Looks like the middle boat's in the lead.
Yep, middle boat.
And right behind them is Audacious and Backlash, last year's champ, on the right in the Nina.
So Audacious would be the one on the left. You got to give them credit for coming back and hitting that turn, hitting pretty well, considering they might have drifted off to the left a little bit, and now they're battling for that lead.
The defending champs on the right, it looks like they're behind, but I don't know if you can make. I don't think you can make it up at this point.
I don't think so from that distance.
And again, the wind is right at their backs right now.
Looks like the middle boat's going to take it right here.
Listen to the crowd gearing up. That's cool. In support.
Yeah, they're pulling away now.
I can't tell who's second.
I can.
Yeah, you can tell from here. It's definitely the left.
They got at least a boat length lead. They're going to win.
There they go.
2017.
Number 1 in the middle.
With the schedule of Mike Herman, Cochran, Gino Pazzi, and the rollers, Alexander Clemente, Christian Burnham, Kenny Davis, Alexander Russo, Yvette Button.
There it is, right there. Santa Maria.
Christina Romero, Dan McDonald, and Marie Cardinal. Hey, Phil, you want to come and get the flag? Bill Greasy, come up here. Let's get this flag down there.
Well, you see the celebration going on. We don't have the crew members' names. Maybe we'll get them later on or tomorrow. But
We got somebody.
new champs for the women's sailboat.
New champs.
2017 Girls Senior Champ. Woo! Tremendous race.
How long have the women been rowing? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head, but
It's not been a long time. I mean, the women started recently. The women rowing. This is relatively new. They haven't been rowing forever.
no, not forever. That's for sure. It's bumping down there on the beach.
All right.
It's a great song choice, too. Classic jock jams. That's technology at its finest. Just put the mic right next to the speaker and it'll play it through. Ooh, they're getting a chant. You can hear it from the Greasy pole. I saw them earlier at the Gloucester House, and it seemed like almost every guy did the St. Peter chant.
We're going to step aside. We're going to be back with more from Gloucester Fiesta, so stay with us right here on MSO News Sports and the Fiesta app.
When you live in an area so rooted in history, it comes with the territory. But while change is everywhere, there is one thing you can always count on. You can rest assured that Cape Ann Savings Bank will be here to serve the area it's proud to call home. Cape Ann Savings Bank. We've stood the test of time.
Okay, we're back, and right away we go right to the Greasy pole where Matt Militello was the first walker, knocking off some grease, and you can see how far they have to fall at low tide. With the tide changing, it is beginning to come in. So Dominic Novello will be next. Derek DeCoste in the water.
That's buttered flavored Crisco on the pole.
What kind of flavor?
Buttered flavor. Oh,
All right.
that's gotta hurt.
Always. Ishai King played football at Gloucester High School for Coach Ingram. Ishai is on deck next.
And we'd like to thank Tom for being involved with that
Oops.
because every year he does a great job.
Joe DeMarco will be walking next, and Andrew knows all these guys. We should remind people about what this first walk means, Austin.
Yeah, so you can't win it in the first walk because you got to get everybody out there and get their walk. But they're trying to get out there and knock some grease off and make it easier for the next round.
Frank Neal is next.
I talked to him last night, and he says, I've been dreaming about this for the last month. You can taste it.
Dreaming or having nightmares? You dream about walking tomorrow? Or?
I'm definitely. Ooh, I'm excited. I would really like to do much better than I did last year.
I'll tell you, those concepts are quite entertaining today. So.
I think Cam DeCoste is next.
There's just one way you don't want to fall. You know you're going to fall, but you just want to be careful how you fall.
Yeah, you gotta.
This is the courtesy round.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens. You just kind of try to protect yourself the best that you can.
Anthony Palazzola is next. We have 40.
Anthony.
Go ahead.
He's a good buddy of ours.
We got 44 walkers listed.
Oh! 44 walkers.
Brendan Chipperini. You can't be dignified when you're out there. I mean, man, you know.
You don't know which way you're going to go down.
That's it. Oh, man.
It almost seems like there's more grease off the middle than there is in the start.
Yeah.
See? Well, that guy helped it out, but...
What could go wrong here?
That was Brendan Chipperini. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, what could?
Damn, I'm glad I'm up here. Woo, mercy.
So how long has this been going on? How many years has this been going on?
90.
90 years.
This is the 90th
90
year.
years?
Yep. 1927, I believe, is when it began. That would be 90.
Next walker,
Joe Pacheco is next. Dominic Nicastro after that. I wonder if that's... Is that Dominic's son?
Yes,
Dominic?
it's
That's
little
Dom?
Dominic.
Little Dom. Nick and Nick on North Shore Sports Desk. Dominic Nicastro will be next. Joe Pacheco's out there now. That's Joe Pacheco. Spider-Man?
It's a good walk.
Couldn't tell. Yeah, very
They
good.
get halfway to start.
next walker, Dominic.